Hello and welcome. Now today I'm going to be showing you a trick on how to install your distributor in your L-style engine. Now this trick I'm using on the small block Chevrolet here, and I just have a GM-HEI distributor. Now this will work for pretty much all makes and models, but there's going to be slight differences between them all. So I'll show you a little trick I used to drop this in just right. Alright, here we are. So depending on what part of the process you're in, depending on, well, easier or harder way to do this. In this case, this had a distributor and I pulled it. Before I pulled the distributor, I went ahead and rotated the engine, got it to top dead center, check the plug, pull the plug, check the piston, make sure it's top dead center, make sure the timing mark on the balancer is correct. And it was pointing this way towards number one. It was a little bit off from where I like it, but I know it's about right. And I started dropping my distributor. Now, if you are doing a fresh build, obviously you're going to want to do the same thing. Get the top dead center, number one all the way up. Again, in this case, small block Chevy's over here, so I'm pointing over there. Make sure your timing marker matches the notch on the balancer for top dead center. Make sure all that's good, then you know you're at top dead center. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this in. And dropped it in. Of course, teeth on the cam, kind of pulled, rotor's pointing over here. And it's a good thing so I can show you how to do this. I'd rather not be perfect on the first drop to show you this. So on the bottom of the distributor gear, you see this notch. That matches up to the oil pump drive because the cam spins the distributor, this spins the oil pump. Now this one's a notch straight up and down. You look at your distributor, such as other makes have, sometimes have a different way of doing this. So on the small block here, and this will work with other ones, I take a flathead because it matches that notch, and I can come down here, feel for that oil shaft, and I got it. Now I can actually feel the tension there, so I know I'm in it, and I can turn it. Now the reason why that moves is you got to think, if you pull your old distributor out, these are slightly curved, so when you pull it out it can actually move the old pump shaft, and it won't be the exact same when you put it back in sometimes. So you see I turned it, and now instead of pointing over here, I'm pointing over here, and that's close to where I want to be, but I actually want to be personally a little bit closer to here. So all I got to do is pull that out, see if third time is a charm. It says sometimes this takes a few tries to get it exactly where you want. Now obviously, we'll go ahead and drop our distributor hold down before we get too carried away, because it's easier to get it right now. Then when you drop your cap, see where the rotor bug is pointing and what exact point on the distributor is pointing at, and you'll know right where number one is to start with your plugs. Of course, one of those little things. Okay. So now you know where number one is. You can mark it with a marker or however you need to do it, and then you just go from there when you start adjusting your timing. But you know where your number one's pointing right now. You know where the rotor bug's pointing, so you know exactly where to start. Alright, there it is. It's just an old school trick on how to drop your distributor in and get it pointing exactly where you want it each time. Now, it may take a few tries, but it's not that difficult. Now, I hope this information proved helpful. As always, thanks for watching.